What's up, guys? It's Ricardo, junkguysdfw.net, and I'm actually on a train headed from Dallas all the way to Fort Worth, where I live. So this is one of those training tips, and I kind of want to talk to you about Google Calendar, how it simplifies my business. Really, honestly, my appointments, my business, my time, how I'm so efficient with a lot of jobs, and I think it's so easy to schedule. Google Duos, videos, schedule upcoming events, upcoming appointments, even send my customers appointments that I'm coming. Okay, so I think it's really. So I made a few notes. Of course, I'm on the train, so I guess it's not that going to be the best thing I ever do. Okay, so as you work with Google Calendar, here's some tips that I'm going to give you is how to set it up, because I think it's so important. Google Calendar is such a huge part of my daily life. Okay, so as soon as you open Google Calendar, I'm going to tell you, it puts the view, you're watching it in a monthly view on your phone. You watch it a monthly. You need to change that immediately and set the default to calendar view so you can see it on a daily view. Okay, so change the monthly view to a day view. Okay, so that's really important. So as you're managing your jobs, you see only daily that day what you're going to do. Okay, so it's really important that you see your reminders, you see your events if you're doing it. So I'm going to also talk to you about how me and my son use Google Calendar as an advantage on a daily basis. Okay, but let's go back to number two. Okay, number two is manage your calendar by taking notes. So this is a huge thing that I do. I always take notes of all my customers. It can be the smallest things. Like, let's say I go to my customer's house and I just picked up the junk, but they want me there next week. I'll put down there as a note, and then I put a reminder on that note to remind me the day before that I need to come back here the next week. And I'm always placing notes like this person paid with check or cash or Venmo or Zelle or however the payment took place. I always make a note of that. That's like a given. That's a huge given. So using Google Calendar to simplify that to me has been such a huge relief. Okay. Okay. Now, when you place your Google Calendar on day view, you eventually have to change it to schedule view. So check out what's coming up, and this is going to show any upcoming appointments or upcoming events that you have coming up in the next few days. Okay, I set mine to day view, and then I change it back and forth all the time to honestly, it's just a schedule view, which is you get to see all the upcoming events. Now, Google Calendar is not only a business calendar, it is also a personal calendar. So you can have 2 to 10 calendars. I have a business calendar, and I also keep my personal calendar. So I separate both of them on one account, and it's really easy. You just click up top and it gives you, hey, what do you want to do with it? And Google Calendar allows you to do that. And the greatest thing about it is free. Okay, so I want to talk about CRM. That is click rate management. That's what CRM is. Also, there's so many things that you could say. It keeps track of all that. If you have an integrated software that is working for you, but you also use Google Calendar, just want to let you know that Google Calendar accepts almost every company CRM. You can integrate it all into Google Calendar, and it works as one. And you don't have to use that calendar, that CRM anymore. You can just use Google Calendar, and on every 30 seconds grabbing information from your CRM. So you can actually manage all your customers using Google Calendar. It's like a click of a button. It's so simple. I don't have it, but I've seen some other person use it, and I was like, I had no idea Google Calendar even does that, but they do. Okay. Here's one of the biggest things that I use Google Calendar, and I was going to mention this a while ago with my son, how I use Google Calendar. So I integrate my son into my calendar. I only let him see what I want to see. Of course, I have a lot of Target and Walmart big department store returns lately, and they fall to me about 8 a day. So every day I'm having, well, not 8 a day, about 5 to 8 every single day, 7 days a week. Even on Sundays I get these things. So I cannot get to all of them. So I integrate my son Maddie into my Google Calendar. And how do I do that? I share the jobs that I'm going to send to him every day. I share it to him, and I number every job. So let's say, and this is the coolest thing about Google Calendar, it updates everything instantly. So for instance, right now we're working on November 2nd invoices. Now it doesn't mean November the 2nd, the day, because of course today's what, the 8th. I actually put 2nd as the 2nd invoice I'm going to send in November. So I name all the new returns under November the 2nd, and then I put mattress, and then I put the code underneath it. So Maddie sees it and goes, oh, it's a new invoice. That means it's a new paycheck for him. Okay, so November 1st already happened, so I sent out the November 1st invoice, which is number 1. November number 1 invoice is out. I sent that out, I think it was like $1,400, and it got paid already. So now we're working on November 2nd invoices, and those invoices are this category of jobs that we have. So all of them are categorized, and Maddie already knows that. So when he completes a job, he puts done in front of it, and I know he's completed that job. Very important that we do that. Then here's what happened the other day. He went to go do a job which was not a contract job, and he went and he could not find the trash. So automatically inside Google Calendar, he Google Duo'd me, and it was integrated. I had no idea honestly how it worked, but inside Google Calendar he integrated Google Duo, and I was able to see exactly what he was looking at. And I told him it's the different dumpster enclosures. That's not even different. So I kind of pointed him the right way through the video, and it's so easy. Google Calendar integrates itself with Google Duo, so they're both friendly. They're both made by Google, of course, but you can use it without going to another application, which is really, really cool. I'm going to tell you, if you're paying for scheduling from another company on a monthly basis, you need to stop that. Google spends billions of dollars every year updating integration, efficiency, and how to make Google Calendar a more daily use for your business, your small business, your huge enterprise, or your personal business. So always use it, guys. So I use, when it comes to personal, I use how many videos I put out. I always stack my videos on Google Calendar, and I'm always saying, Ricardo, you're going to talk about this, and I schedule those reminders. Now, those are just reminders, okay? But I can do reminders, and I can also do events on it, and I can do my daily jobs. And an event is a daily job, okay? So I consider, they say event, tap an event, so I just put daily jobs, and I schedule them out how I'm going to do it. I also can highlight those jobs. So if they're in Frisco, like one's Frisco, Prosper, Salina, they're all in the same region, so I color it red, and it's really cool. And then all the blue ones will be Dallas. I even put that, if I put Dallas, that it turns blue. So I integrated that information into Google Calendar. So automatically when I put the city of Dallas, it already knows to call it blue. So it is seamlessly, effortlessly just puts that information on there for me to look at. But not only me, when I send that information over to Maddie, who's in Frisco, he's able to see that and go, okay, this is not a job for me, because it shows up blue. He already knows that his color is red for Frisco. Frisco has a red logo anyway. But it's really cool because anything that says Frisco, Plano, Salina shows up red, and I know I don't have to mess with it because I already integrated it in the system like that. Guys, I'm telling you, it will change the way you do business. It makes you so much more efficient. I know that Maddie just the other day called me and told me, he goes, dude, Google Calendar rocks. He didn't really know what Google Calendar does, but now we use it on a daily basis, and he uses it every day like it's going out of style. Okay, guys, so don't forget, guys, if you like these tips, I'm on a training, so this is a training tip. Use Google Calendar. It can help you out a lot. Stop messing with CRM. Start messing with another productive calendar like Workies or somebody else that uses some other application. Don't do that. Your invoicing can be done using Google Calendar too. That's another video to talk about another day. But don't forget, if you're liking these videos, subscribe to the videos. Check out my social media on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. And set a reminder up above. I think it's like up here somewhere. There's a little bell. If you manage to hit that bell, it reminds you every time I post a video. And long term, it's good for you. I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.